Alright, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is vexation of spirit. Verse 18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So when you when you in this work, you know, and you increasing in knowledge, by default, man, you're gonna increase in sorrow, because the more you know about this world, and the things that you know, like say for instance, you know that a homosexual is supposed to be put to death. You know, this world is not the way it's supposed to be. When you increase knowledge, man, you of these things like this, man, you increase sorrow, man, because you'll be down in the spirit because of this flesh, man. You know, you'll be down in the spirit, crying, whatever it is, man, because this shit, it takes a toll on you, man. Because you can lose your mind over this, man. This truth is not, something you can take lightly, man. Because you'll feel down in the spirit, you'll feel low in the spirit, because of this flesh. Think about all the people, that really don't give a fuck about you, uh, just whatever the case may be, man. Like, you just out here alone, you ain't got nobody, nobody don't give a fuck about you. That's a lonely and hopeless feeling, man. That's not a good feeling. You always want to feel the comfort of somebody, man. Not like a man, but I'm saying like your woman. You want to feel comfort. You want to feel comfort. I'm not saying being comfortable, but you want to feel that comfort that you can get from a woman. That's why men, that's why men lean on women, because women are comforters. But when a man's not getting that, it takes a toll. It makes this shit just worse, you know, because we ain't perfect. I mean, we men, we need what we need, and and when you increase in sorrow, man, it's it can take a toll on you, man. It can take a toll on you. It can. I've experienced that feeling, you know. I experience it all the time, man. That feeling just it, it's just it really cannot be explained, It's just a lonely, helpless feeling. You be low in the spirit, man. You just think about all the things, how people say they gonna do this. It just be a bunch of bullshit, man. People say they there for you, but when on the other thing, they think they there for you, but in all actuality, in all reality, they not there. They not. And when you see that, it just makes you, feel lower in the spirit, man. I done been there, man. A lot. You just feel low in the spirit, lonely, you know. And it's always a dream I had a dream. The dream made me feel low, but at the same time it lifted me up, because when you think about the dream that I had, okay, I'm gonna just make it quick. I was having a dream. I was with some friends, and that we was going to this party. I think it was some women in there. I know I just seen nothing but women, and uh, I remember they sent me back to the house or the apartment to get something, and then when I came back, they had went in there, and the person or whoever was in there, they didn't want me in there, And the niggas just went in there. They ain't even try to stay outside with me, and they ain't give a fuck about me, man. And none of that, man. They didn't care. They only gave a fuck about their damn selves, man. And they didn't give a fuck about me, man. So it's just I was just out there by myself, and just walking by myself. I was walking. I remember walking. I was walking with my head down because that'll make you feel low, like when people leave you like that. Nobody there for you, nobody there to comfort you. But that can make you feel low, especially when you new into this truth, man. When you new, like me, I think it's a word for it. I think it's an N word. I forgot the name of I forgot the word for the men that are just new into the truth. I forgot that word. It's in the New Testament though. I just forgot what word it is. Near T? No, not near T. I can't remember. But when you new into the faith, man, and you not used to having this type of you know pain and going through this type of suffering and stuff like that, it can take a toll on you. You can get down, low, crying. It's okay to cry, man. The Lord Himself cried. You know, it's just something that we all got to go through. I talk about the good side of this, but through the Spirit, I've been talking about the good side of this truth. But you also got to cover the bitter side, man. And that's a low down, bitter feeling, man. But like I was saying, man, I was walking with my head down, you know, and then I was walking and walking and walking, and then I just felt something pick me up, and I don't know what it was. It's like something was picking me up, and it was taking me over here, and took me over there, and took me over there, and took me over here, and took me over there, and took me over there. It was just taking me all over the place, and then I woke up, man. And from that dream, man, I learned a lot. I learned that in this world, in this present time, that you gonna feel down. People gonna leave you, you know, but you don't feel down about it. You learn from it. You probably don't need them anyway, man. They probably gonna, I don't know, you probably don't need them. It's probably best if y'all separate. If you not be with those guys, you get left to yourself, because all you got is Yahweh Shem Shah. Because majority of these people, they may say this and say that, but if they're not doing what they say, then it's bullshit. I mean, and it's very important. It's very important for you to be a doer of your word. I mean, to the best of my ability, I try to be there for some people. I give them what I don't get. You know, we don't get nobody there to be, you know, comforting us and shit like that. But you give it to other people, and that makes you feel better about yourself. You just like that. You're the hero of your own story. I got that off a movie, but man, it's true, man. Be the hero of your own movie. I think that's how it goes. But when you don't receive something, but you give it to somebody else, I mean, it just makes you lift. It lifts you up. I mean, of course, you don't receive that same thing, but when you can do that for somebody else, it just makes me feel better. It does. It makes me feel better about myself to know that at least I do something for people that they don't do for me. But I care for people that don't care for me. I look out for people, but nobody looks out after me. If you get what I'm saying, it just makes me feel better. But it's also vexation of spirit. Got a precept. I'm trying to find the one exactly what I'm looking for. This is Proverbs 12:24. Heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. And you know what made me glad was this word, man. This is Psalms 34:18. Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saved such as be of a contrite spirit. And when you in this world and you got a good heart, man, you know, it tends to get broken, man. It's gonna get broken, man. When you a person with a good heart and you care for people and you do this for people and you'll do that, whatever somebody asks you, you'll do it for them. But when you ask them to do the same for you, man, it's a different story, man. You know? But the scripture says the Lord is nigh unto them of a broken heart. And that word heart goes back to Allah, the word Hebrew word Allah, which means mind. You know? And I feel like it was set up through the spirit, you know, for me to go through the things that I went through in order for me to find Yahweh Shem Shah. Because I can say that when I was in the world, my heart was broken, man. And it's the truth. And I just feel like it was set up that way for Yahweh, for me to do what I'm doing now, to find Yahweh Shem Shah and, you know, do this work. Lord willing, I endure to the end and finish this work. I don't want to just do it. I want to finish it. Just had to get that out there. But I just feel like it was set up in the spirit that way for me to feel how I feel and go through the things that I went through, you know, all in the mind. My heart was broken, and for me to find Yahweh Shem Shah because of that broken heart. Or it was probably his will in the first place, man. Obviously, it was his will if this happened. So it's something that you can learn, you know. It helps build yourself, you know. When you look on the bright side, I'm glad I went through what I went through. And I'm glad I'm still going through what I go through. Because at the end of the day, hey, I'm going to be rewarded. And I ain't going to never have to shed another tear again, you know. Or worry about any things that I worry about on a day-to-day basis. Because all of that is just a figment of my imagination. Because sooner or later, man, but when America get destroyed, man, all these worries is going to disappear because it's all a figment of our imagination. You know, money, all these things are just a part of our imagination that we think is real, but it's not real. But you know, that is the point of the lesson, man. Like when you increase wisdom and you increase grief, and he that is increases knowledge increases sorrow. So that's point blank, plain and simple right there, man. My nose stopped up, but through the spirit, man, I hope y'all was edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm gonna say shalom to you later.